Yeah, it must be tough to lose that manner at the end of the performance.
Yeah, just again the margins is so small that Jordan kicks it over, or there's a penalty 2 phases before that, different kind of kick, different smile, different feeling, different emotions. I think the fact that we stuck into it for 80 minutes is something to be proud of. The character, the fight, I think we fronted up physically. We know that if you don't, then the quick ball and momentum, the Bulls is probably the best in the world. So like you say, it's a bit sweet. Could have gone either way.
Marius, you guys obviously caught the Bulls quite early there. Were you maybe just a bit disappointed you couldn't capitalize on that early lead that you guys had?
Yeah, I think we knew we needed a fast start against the Bulls. You know, I think they scored most of their points in the first 20 minutes of the game throughout the competition so far. So that was a big emphasis for us on this week, and I think we did that. But yeah, like you said, we didn't capitalize big enough on that. I think we had too many. I mentioned it last week as well. Positive, negative, and then once we had continuous positives, we didn't end up scoring. Big arm wrestle. So
do you guys feel that this missed opportunity now? I mean, you guys could have gone fourth if you won again.
Yeah, definitely a missed opportunity, no doubt about that. I think we under no illusion that this was a big one for us. But yeah, 2 weeks time we have go at it again.
Cash, Sanele again had a man of the match performance. He just seems to be all over the place. He's just everywhere.
If we won, he was probably man of the match. He's in good form. Versatile player that can play multiple positions. Great X factor, calm under pressure. It's nice to have him in our team. Under pressure, he's one of those guys that you can bank on.
Cash, the tight aspects of your game also well started off and well continuous. So talking about the scrums as well as the disruptive lineouts, you must be really chuffed with that.
Yeah, I think the forwards as a pack is starting to operate at a level where we feel we can become dominant. I think the scrums, especially today, was good. Collectively, I think we were good there. Lineout was, I think we lost 2 or 3 vital lineouts where the momentum went back to them. But I think as a whole, the pack fronted up nicely today.
Question to Coach and Marius, just around this, how you guys feel about the team handling of pressure and handling of momentum going forward? I mean, you guys were in up until the end, I suppose. Just if you can just speak on that a bit.
Yeah, I think behind the poles, there was 1 or 2 things where we felt we started reacting again instead of responding quite well. Once we cleared our heads a little bit, I think we controlled things and we got composure and we put them under pressure again. They just scored, and then suddenly we get a turnover off the kick-off, drop goal. So I think behind the poles this week has been much better for us, and that's how we can gain control again.
Guys, how did you feel about the sequence of events that led to byna-byna's try? Because obviously the ref got in Ivan van Rooyen's way.
I think Jordan.
Oh, sorry.
I'll go both. I think what the last probably 10-12 minutes in the first half, we didn't really respond as Marius said. I think we reacted. There was something like 5 or 6 penalties in a row from our side. That obviously is disappointing, but seeing the way that we came back in the second half after conceding early plus that scrum incident try, to get back into it, get points, to feel the momentum shift back in our way, I think that's something we can hold on to. Proud about that. I remember a couple of times, Mara, when we spoke afterwards in the press conference, saying that we just didn't get out of that spiral. So I think that's big growth for us. Then, on your question, I've got to be very careful now. don't know what the solution is. You don't want to take the ref, to be honest. If you hit him, he's going to blow the whistle. I don't know. We'll go have a look at it.
Marius, I mean, just before half time, you had an opportunity to had a penalty there. You could have gone into half time with 3 points lead. Take us through the decision making of going for the 9. Did you guys fancy the try? Did you feel like there was a huge opportunity there that was bigger than that opportunity of just going 3 points in front at half time?
Yeah, I think we'll have to chat about that as a team. I think there were a little bit of a miscommunication on that. So some guys felt we should have gone corner, some guys felt poles. At the end of the day, it was my decision, and I must be better there. Yeah, I agree. I think 3 points, hindsight, 3 points would have been better. So yeah.
Can I answer that?
Yeah.
To be honest, I think we made the right decision. Marius is a very gentle guy. I think Sanele missed about 2 just before that. It was on the 10, 5 meters from the touchline. It's probably a 55, 60 meter kick. I think that's a bigger gamble than going to the corner, and we just execute there. Your question would have been great decision. So I think just the risk, the percentage of the successful 3 points versus the percentage on the angle, I think that was the right decision for me.
Thanks, guys. That is from the floor. Can we go to Zoom?
Yeah. Just coach, just that's the last one on Reinhard Rensburger last week announced that all the time before rugby. Can you just say a few words about it?
Yeah, unfortunately, medically, we had to make that decision. For a 22, 23-year-old monster that weighs about 125 kg and is 1'9", can play 1 and 3. Gentle giant, unbelievable in the team environment. What a guy to have day in and day out. It's obviously a big loss. It's sad for him in his career. We honestly thought that he had the potential to go all the way. He's almost like a silent assassin. Great in the loose, big, aggressive. So obviously, tough decision for him. Sometimes stuff happens in life that in the immediate you're not quite sure. But he's a great guy with good work ethic, with things will fall in place for him. So just from our side, thank you. We did thank him in the team room, but from our side, thank you, and hope his career is blessed.
Ivan and Marius. Ivan, I think it's not there about the second 3 pointers going forward. Do you feel maybe, when it's a tight game like this, that maybe you guys should go for 3 pointers more often, or at least maybe sometimes we'll put drop goals as well? I mean, Sanele's one was the one that put drop goal there and could have really changed the momentum in a tight game.
I think in theory and in principle, yes, but you got to put yourself into that position. So I can't really recall huge 22 entries tomorrow where we didn't get momentum, where we kept on playing and really lost the ball. I think if that was the case, then yes, definitely. And again, I think on the angle, that penalty was probably just outside of Sanele's range. But in principle, do agree, especially in the derbies, especially when it's that tight. It's always going to be 1 or 2 points in the end.
It's just with that try that Mpilo Gumedi scored. I know it's a difficult one there. Did you ask JD to perhaps ask the team out to have a look, or what was the discussion there?
Yeah, I think it's difficult. The ref also has to occupy space on the field. I think they capitalized well on that. If you look, New Zealand scored a very similar try. I don't know exactly when it was. They played an inside ball, ran into the line of the ref, and they gave the try. So sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. I think hindsight, if Krappy made the tackle on the ref, he would have had come back to that. So, but yeah, I think it's just a defensive error from us, and I think we could have stopped that anyways.
Shukran Ashfaq. Ross?
Thanks very much, guys. How's it, guys? How's the coach? Cash, that's a heartbreaking loss, to have, especially when you guys could have won it. But where does this now sort of leave you guys? The URC log is extremely tight. I think from Munster, or one place below you in 11th on 24 points, and Ulster in 5th, it's 4 points the difference. And now, how important are these next two massive derbies, against the Bulls and Sharks, in trying to, get to your guys' goal of finishing in the top 8?
Yeah, Ross, thank you. Like Mara said, today was big for us in terms of that. Our next two homes is Bulls, and our next two games is Bulls and Sharks at home. I don't want to say must wins, but it is must wins. If we can get 8 to 10 points out of those, it will leave you in a position where when we going to tour, that you want to stay in the fight and get as many points as possible. So no, it's big. If I'm really honest, I think we probably can be better at home as well. So it's a nice challenge for us to have the Bulls, which is flying high, and the Sharks that has drastically improved in the last 4 to 6 weeks, to have them at Edmonton Park.
And there's I think this loss now still keeps your guys' record intact, that you haven't lost the game by more than 7 points, in the URC to date. Is that something to be very, very proud of, for you guys? Or do you think it also elicits a bit of frustration that you can get so close every time and just not get over the mark there?
I think we've got a both, if I'm really honest with you. Great fight, great character today. I think there's 2 set piece errors, 2 structure errors in attack. And I think there was 2 clear-cut opportunities on counter-attack which we missed out. So are we creating opportunities? Definitely. Are we really capitalizing? I think it's an area where we can improve a little bit, but in the change room we said again, we're giving ourselves opportunity. It's just not to really take it and finish it.
And Marius, just from the players' point of view, are you guys feeling a lot more confident as well this year, via the results that you've been getting, in that, you now feel you can beat any team on your day, whether it's home and away? You guys are seeing the results, forcing teams to fight hard to get that win over you guys, and you're winning some of the games yourselves.
Yeah, I think, on your previous point to Coach Cash, it is not great losing by less than 7 points every time. But last year we saw what bonus points mean. So we'll take it any time of the day, So yeah, obviously happy to come away with at least 1 point, but not satisfied yet. I think there's a lot of potential in this team, and we know that. So it's not just about believing, we know we can. So yeah.